Guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Princess Mahoko and thank you so much for joining me today. So earlier this week I asked you guys to send me a couple of questions on social media or on WhatsApp, and I got a couple of questions, and it's with regards to me living with celiac disease and what advice I have for other people who have either recently been diagnosed or who are also like struggling to find a stable diet for themselves. I do want to put a disclaimer out there that I am not a doctor or a health professional, dietitian or whatever. I'm just giving advice based on my experience. Okay, thank you. So first question is, what are some of your favorite gluten-free recipes or meals? The other thing I wanted to mention before I start answering the question is that I have celiac disease, but I also was born with a lot of acid in my body, so I am not I'm not allowed to eat foods or consume drinks that have dairy in them. So milk, cheese, cakes, and all of that stuff. But some of the recipes that I'll be giving you guys here does have things that I no longer eat. I used to eat because I only got diagnosed when I was 19. So before that, I used to eat things like red meat. I used to eat dairy products. So I do, a part of me does remember how they taste and what goes well with what. So I will be giving you some of the recipes that I think are nice, you know? Okay, so what are some of your favorite gluten-free recipes or meals? So firstly, I wrote them down, and because I didn't want to forget. The first one I think I would suggest is chicken with veggies. You can never go wrong. So it's either can be roasted or just normally cooked, the chicken. You can stir fry your veggies, or you can just cook them normally, whatever it is that you prefer. But veggies and chicken, best meal ever. Also rice, I use brown rice, veggies, chicken, still nice meal. Beef curry with broccoli or broccoli, but I'm South African, so it's broccoli to me. Okay, don't judge me. Beef curry with broccoli is the second thing that I would suggest for you. Beef stew with broccoli and cauliflower rice. I think I've once had cauliflower rice. It wasn't really my cup of tea, but you know what, with this diet I sometimes eat things I don't like and tend to like them or as time goes by. So I would suggest that for you. Meatballs with green beans and tomatoes. So if you can see, the trend here is that it's meat, veggies, meat, veggies. I think a part of that is because obviously things like spaghetti or pasta have gluten in them, so you kind of have a very limited diet when you have celiac disease. But I don't know all the answers, so if you guys know any other not diets, but like recipes, please do hit me up on the comment section. Moving further, chicken breast stuffed with spinach and cream cheese, served with pumpkin. Yeah, so with this one, the cream cheese, I would not be able to have that because dairy, but chicken breast stuffed with spinach, definitely nice. I would suggest that for you. But for people who don't have any problems with dairy products, please do go ahead and have your creamed cheese and pumpkin. The next one would be broccoli, cauliflower mince, and cheese bake rather. Beef meatloaf with cauliflower mash, coconut chicken curry with cauliflower rice, chicken and mixed vegetable stir fry, spinach and cheese. So I think like experimenting with the ingredients, giving yourself a chance to find out what it is exactly that you like, because other people, even if you don't necessarily have an allergy to something, you might just not like how it tastes. So play around with the stuff that you like, do your own thing, make up your own meals, your own recipes. I do tend and to enjoy doing that, so I'd suggest that for you as well. You don't have to go the traditional way of doing things or cooking meals. You can just play around with the food and discover what it is that you like. Yeah, that is what I would suggest for you. Moving on to the next question, because there is a lot of questions. Number two is, how do you handle social situations like gatherings or restaurants to ensure your meals are gluten free? So with this one, firstly, I think doing a lot of research. If you are a person who can afford healthcare, I think it would be great that you have a conversation with your doctor when you on your annual or whenever annual doctor visits, or whenever it is that you go to your doctor. I think it's a great first step to speak with your doctor and find out what it is that they would suggest you eat, and do a lot of online research as well. If you can afford a dietitian, I would suggest you get that as well, because then they will be able to draft or dot down everything that you're supposed to eat and what you're not supposed to eat. Then when you go out to restaurants, and familiarize yourself with the packaging of the products that you are supposed to eat, and also those that you're not supposed to, so that when you go out and people are asking you, when you're at restaurants, I'd suggest you speak firstly with the staff of the restaurant that will be serving you, the waiters. Just let them know while you're making an order that while you're placing your order, that I have celiac disease. Obviously approach them politely and explain that you have celiac disease, and can they just please make sure that they do not make any mistakes. Emphasize the point of them not making any mistakes, because you are the one who's going to end up being sick. I think other than that, there's nothing much that you can do at restaurants, because then you don't see when they are preparing the food, you only see when it comes out. But I always I always make sure to take a good look at my food before starting to consume it. I'm pretty good with smells as well. But yeah, other than talking to the waiter and letting them know, I don't think there's much else that you can do at a restaurant. So just approach them nicely and let them know. Normally, when you approach someone with kindness and politely, they're more likely to give back the same energy and vibe towards you. So just approach them nicely is what I can say. But in doing shopping at the mall, when going for groceries, um, like I said, familiarizing yourself with the packaging of the products, you have to read the ingredients, read the packaging, what's written on the packaging of the product. Normally, gluten-free stuff has a sticker. The products will have just a small sticker on the towards the corner of the box, if it's a box or a plastic, whatever the product is contained in. It will normally have a small sticker that says gluten-free product or just gluten-free. So you look for that. But if you're not seeing that, go and read the ingredients, is what I would suggest. And yeah, sometimes other manufacturing companies are not as honest, and it will happen that you consume something and it has traces of gluten, and yeah, that's an unfortunate situation. But mostly, just read, make sure you do your part of just reading. And if then it goes down to the company not having stated that maybe they made the product at a factory that had previously manufactured gluten products, then that's their fault and maybe you have grounds to sue. I'm not sure. You can get in touch with your legal representative and ask them about how to, or if you have any legal avenues that you can explore to sue the company or whatever. But I would suggest that you read the packaging of the product. Make sure you read the ingredients, or you check for that sticker that says gluten free. Number 3, can you recommend any gluten-free alternatives for common ingredients in cooking or baking? I think this question, what I said when I was answering the first question, it's the same answer. Can you recommend any gluten-free alternatives for common ingredients in cooking or baking? I'm not sure if I guess there is gluten-free flour actually, because I recently, a couple of days ago, I recently found out, do not laugh at me, there is a food outlet, it's I think it's called Kawai, something like that. Guys, don't laugh. Okay, help me out here with the pronunciation. But they have a gluten-free wrap. Oh my god. Okay. And I've actually had it. It's so nice and tasty. Yeah. So delicious. But anyway, so I think there is gluten-free flour, or a way of baking something that is gluten-free. I haven't personally tried it, but now that I saw that chicken wrap, I'm gonna find out. I'm actually either gonna go to the restaurant or try find it online, the recipe for a gluten-free wrap, how to make it, because I think previously the problem for me was the what is it called, the thing, you know, that thing, the round thing that wraps the veggies and whatever. Yeah, it looks like a pizza, it's round. Yeah, but anyway, that Yonale. That used to be my problem before, because that is made out of flour, and it has, flour is what has gluten. So I think this question, the answer I gave in question 1 answers this as well, because there's nothing else that I can recommend besides chicken and veggies. Those are honestly the safest to go ingredients that I can suggest for you. And for those who don't have a problem with beef, and veggies, chicken and veggies, rice, beef and veggies, rice, chicken and veggies is what I can recommend for you. With regards to baking, for those who don't have a problem with dairy products, obviously milk, try find a gluten-free flour if there is one. I've heard of brown flour. I've never bought it, because then when I read the ingredients, still it had gluten in it. But maybe there's a different kind of brown flour that doesn't have gluten, so try and search for that. Once again, for those who do have access to a dietitian, I think that would be someone that is much more in a position to suggest products to you. How do you navigate, this is number 4, how do you navigate food labels to identify gluten containing ingredients? Once again, reading the packaging of the product. How do you navigate food labels to identify gluten containing ingredients? Reading the ingredients section at the back of every product, especially food products, there's ingredients you are supposed to read. Even if it's sweets, read read the ingredients. that is where you will see it. For example, for myself, something may not have gluten, but it could have cow's milk with it, which is also something I'm not supposed to consume. So always stay alert. If you read the ingredients, it will give you everything that the product contains. Most products do specify that this contains soya, this contains wheat, this contains gluten, or cow's milk. So just read the ingredients, and also pay attention to the rest of the packaging. Mostly the sticker that says gluten free is normally at the front of the product packaging. So number 5, are there specific challenges you face in maintaining a gluten-free diet, and how do you overcome them? There is a lot of challenges. So firstly, finding the gluten-free products is kind of challenging, especially in South Africa, because I think there isn't a lot of people that are dealing with or that know that they have celiac disease, which means they need a gluten-free diet. So obviously when there's no demand for something, it will not be there as much. So finding the products, finances, because for example, I'm an intern, so that means I still get a stipend and not a salary. So I'm not able to afford healthcare. The third one is obviously because there is a lack of products that are available. That means that the meals that I have are limited. Like I'm limited to just veggies, chicken and rice, or just chicken and veggies, or just veggies sometimes because I don't feel like eating chicken or rice, so I'll just cook a plate of veggies. So I think those are the three biggest challenges that I face. How do I have overcome them? So I think just surrounding yourself, having a great support system is a good thing for you. So for me, that's my family. Number 2, keeping a positive attitude. There are days where you will wake up and feel like, what is going on in the world? I don't want to wake up, I don't want to go anywhere, because also part of as part of celiac disease effects or side effects, you feel tired without even doing anything. So sometimes you get like migraines, like severe headaches. So just trying to keep a positive attitude, and I think that goes back into having a great support system. So great support system, positive attitude, and just doing research. Do your research, ask for help. Don't be scared to ask for help. Number 6, how can you share any tips for dining out safely while managing celiac disease? The answer for this question is similar to one of the questions that were asked earlier. So when you are out at restaurants, do make sure that you communicate your problem to the waiter, and ask them politely to please prepare a gluten-free meal for you. Also, when the meal is here, do check, just generally using your eyes, do check, is there anything that you notice that's not supposed to be on the plate, because we are humans and we all make mistakes. Some people may forget, but because you are the one with the disease, so you have to pay extra attention. Yeah, those are the 2 tips that I can give. Number 7, how has living with celiac disease impacted your lifestyle and approach to food? It has completely changed my lifestyle. But I think it has changed it for the better, actually, because I love food. So this has forced me, I guess, to eat a bit more healthier, be more conscious and decisive with regards to what I take into my body. It has made me more aware of what I'm eating, what I'm doing. In terms of my approach to food, yeah, I try and eat healthy. That's the best I can, because as much as people think, actually, people that eat a gluten-free diet are healthy, we are actually missing out on a lot that we are supposed to consume, which should help different aspects of our bodies. So we're missing out on a lot of other ingredients, and what do you call these things? So things like nutrients that you need in your body. So yeah, I think, okay, let's move on to number 8. Are there any gluten-free snacks or products you particularly enjoy? I know I sound boring and repetitive, but honestly, fruits and veggies. Why fruits? Most fruits are naturally gluten-free. I don't know of a fruit that has gluten, but maybe I might be mistaken. As I said, I'm not a practitioner. So most fruits are naturally gluten free. So that's your safest option. Veggies also, there's a lot of veggies that are naturally gluten free. So those are your safest options, fruits and veggies. Gluten free shortbread. So these are like biscuits. What is it called? What are those things called? Those nice biscuits. What are they called? Yes, that's your favorites. What are they? Shortbread is your favorite biscuits, but it's just a word that nobody never uses. It's some more, yes. So gluten-free shortbread, which mostly in South Africa we just call them it's some more. Yes, those they are gluten-free. There's a gluten-free version of those biscuits. Nice. Um, Gluten-free bars. So energy bars. Yes, you can try and find gluten-free ones. I know. What is the brand? Future Life. I think there's a cereal brand called Future Life. They actually do have. I've never bought it, but I know that they have a gluten-free energy bar. So you can always try find those. This goes back to reading before you buy something and double check that it's gluten free. Number 9, um, what advice would you give to someone newly diagnosed with celiac disease regarding adapting to a gluten free lifestyle? Mm. So I would say that it is not your fault because most of what I felt at the beginning was a sense of guilt, and I wanted so badly to make everyone else around me feel okay, especially my parents, because I think that they were blaming themselves. So it's not your fault, it's no one's fault, not even your parents. So just try and keep a positive attitude and try adjust to the new lifestyle that you would. I won't even say that just diet, the lifestyle, because you have to be so careful about everything that you consume, which then affects your lifestyle. So just try keep a positive attitude, pay attention to detail, ingredients of things, the labels on the packaging. Be polite when you're asking people for help, either at stores or at restaurants. Just explain your situation politely and ask them to prepare for you a gluten-free meal. If you have one already in mind or they have one on their menu, just ask for that and just make sure to thoroughly explain your situation. People are normally understanding when you approach them nicely. Number 10, how do you ensure your dietary needs are communicated and accommodated when attending events or gatherings? Once again, just communicating with the person responsible for the catering part of the event. So if it's something that you are invited to prior, so it's not you going to a restaurant just randomly, so it's like a wedding or it's a work function or a family function. So the people that are responsible for the catering, just communicate with them to be like, Hey guys, please do remember that I am allergic to gluten, so if you could kindly make sure that there's options for me to eat, food options for me that are gluten free. If you can't find anything that you can prepare, you can just make sure that there's fruits and veggies that are available, and mention that they must be careful with the spices. Spices contain gluten, so be very careful, and let people know prior so that they can make a plan for you. But one thing that I also do is make sure that I have a snack for myself in the bag. So normally I'm always carrying around an apple, water, and if you can find a gluten-free bar, buy yourself a gluten-free bar. Just have your own food, just in case you won't find anything to eat at an event, so that you are sorted. The last one is, since you have so many allergies, how do you keep your skin so clear and acne free? So firstly, adhering to the diet. Staying away from the stuff you're not supposed to eat will limit outbreaks on your skin. So for example, having pimples or a rash, or like your skin turning the color. So sticking to your diet that your doctor or your dietitian has recommended for you is the first step. Number two, I still use Vaseline. Since I was a child, I've been using Vaseline. It works for me. I know there's a lot of other products out there that people prefer, but because I have so many allergies, I stick with what I know, and Vaseline has been good to me. Okay, yes. So Vaseline, number one for me. But I've had conversations with people that are like, the product doesn't work for them. It feels like their skin is burning when they are in the sun, but that's them. For me, Vaseline works. I have nothing against other products. Nivea, I love you guys. You know, Clear, I love you. All of these products out there, love y'all, but I'm okay with Vaseline. Whatever works for you, stick with that. I wouldn't suggest that you change products too much, because then you might start using a product and you get an outbreak, a skin outbreak, and by the time you go back to the product that you used to use, before you started using a new product, your skin might be too damaged to a point where it doesn't go back to its natural state. So just avoid trying out new stuff. That's what I do. Honestly, I use Vaseline. I think you guys can see I'm even shining. But you know what? I love myself that way. It works for me. So that's what I would suggest. Thank you so much, guys, for the questions. I really enjoyed this session. I hope that it will help you out there. I think the points to take away from today's talk is that communicate your problem to other people, especially if you're going to go out to a restaurant or you're gonna go to an event. Try communicate prior with the person responsible for the catering, and politely ask them to make sure that there's a gluten-free option for you. When you go buy your groceries, make sure that you read the labelings of the products carefully, and you look out for that gluten-free sticker. Make sure that you regularly visit your doctor if you can afford healthcare, and just keep checking on yourself. Are you okay? Is everything still okay? Don't blame yourself. There is nothing wrong with you, and it's not a punishment. You know, having celiac disease is not a punishment. Everything has a reason. I believe in God, so I believe God has a reason for everything. For me, I believe that God gave me a testimony to help other people. So try keep a positive mindset, and you will go far. Thank you so much, guys, for the questions, and if we have any more questions, you can drop them down on the comment section below. Send me on WhatsApp if you have my number, or inbox me on social media. I'd really love to get in touch with you, but otherwise, till next time, goodbye and God bless, and stay positive. I love you.